Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Bootleg Racing League, where we're bringing the excitement and intensity of American short track racing to the world of sim racing. I am Ryan Seneker. With me up in the booth is Matt Hoos, and we are excited to bring you all the action. Tonight, we're coming to you from Southern National Speedway, a track that has become synonymous with thrilling stock car racing. This oval-shaped circuit boasts a rich history steeped in the legacy of stock car racing. The track's layout, designed to challenge both driver and machine, features long straightaways to test top-end speed, coupled with tight bank turns that demand precision and skill. Southern National Speedway represents the epitome of racing culture, with legends are made and celebrated. It is a place where dreams are realized and where the roar of engines blends with the thunderous applause of passionate fans. So let us welcome you all to Southern National Speedway, where speed, adrenaline, and racing history converge into one unforgettable experience. Now, all the eyes are on the drivers of the Bootleg Racing League as they come together to battle it out in a high-stakes, high-speed 40-lap event. Sit back, buckle up, and get ready for a night of heart-pumping action. Now, Matt, what do these drivers have in store for them tonight?
Well, Ryan and the BRL fans out there, tonight's going to be a good race here at Southern National. It's one of my favorite tracks that we come to here. These guys are going to put out a show. These high bank turns in this track is just under a half mile. You can race both grooves here, so I'm really looking forward to this one. Tonight's race, there's no tire changes allowed in the BRL series. You get one fast repair. And we got a 40-lap race here in store for tonight.
Yep, tonight is round 8 of season 26. 26 seasons they've run this car. And out of the 7 races completed so far, we have seven different winners to be Shattuck, Shepard, Seneker, Hoos, those sound familiar, Harden, Menda, and last week was Davis. So tonight we'll see if we can keep that going, or if maybe they'll finally be a repeat winner for this season.
I think we really could see a different winner here tonight. Just keep that train rolling. You can see on the practice charts here, everybody's really close on times, and I've been watching these guys, a lot of side-by-side. I think we could see a unexpected winner again.
Yeah, from top to bottom on the timing charts, there is less than half a second between the leader and the slowest car on track at the moment. And again, as we call them, the ego sheets, the practice times are not really reflective of what you're going to see in the race. Those guys are going all out just to get at the top, boost their ego a little bit. But you're not going to do that in the real race, because that is going to destroy your tires and you're not going to make it to the end of the race. So that 15.846 you see Menda having right now, he's not going to be doing that in the race. I promise you that.
Yeah, and with our track temperature being 123 or 125 roughly today, you're going to have to kind of watch them tires a little bit, or you're going to smoke that right front off, and you're going to start pushing, so you're going to start losing speed. So you want to be fast, but yet you kind of got to care for your tires for that 40 laps, because like we say every week, 40 laps is not much time, so you got to go, but you got to be smart about going.
Well, exactly. You have 40 laps, so patience is not going to be your strong suit tonight. But at the same time, you still need to conserve, or your tires will start giving out with 10 to go. And that's not where you want to be at the end of the race. All right, we see practices wrapping up here right now. Let's wait for the drivers to reset and grid up, and we'll go through the points real fast. Alright, as the session changes over, there's only 3 names everyone's going to be focused on tonight. That is Jeffrey Harden, Donnie Moore, and Lowell Jewell. They have run away with this points lead. You got 252 for Jeffrey Harden, 250 points more, and 249 points for Jewell. That's 3 points separating first from third place. One mistake from any one of those 3, and they're out of contention for the championship. And with that being said, let's see who's gridding up tonight. On the pole is Jason Menda of Thunder Ridge Racing. Next to him is Stephen Hilbert. Row number 2 is Joe Segala. And next to him, Tom Hilbert. Steve's brother. Row 3 is Kevin Nunn and Kurt Smith. Row 4, Jeffrey Harden, our current points leader, and Donnie Moore, second in the points. Directly behind them is Lowell Jewell, third in the points, and Bruce Pearson in 10th. 11th place will be Todd Liston, 12th Trey Bloom, 13th Michael Paulson, newcomer to the... Oh, and Brandon Litz in 14th, both newcomers right there next to each other. And that will round out your 14-car field tonight at Southern National.
We'll point this out also, Ryan, for the newcomers here to the BRL. They invert to top 15 from the week prior. So if you win the race, you're going to start 15th. If you finish 15th, you're going to start on the pole. So which Menda is on the pole for tonight.
Yeah, and being a 14-car field, the worst luck tonight will be the best luck next week. All right, green flag is out. Menda gets off to a strong jump. See, Joe Segala kind of missed it a little bit. I think caught him napping, but he's getting back up there, getting his nose underneath Steve Hilbert in second place. And as you said, Matt, the outside line does work here. So Steve, as you're seeing, is not giving that spot up. He just holds on to second and clears ahead of Joe.
Yeah, you're able to keep your momentum going on the high side, whereas if you're on the bottom, you got to lift so you don't push up into that guy on the outside of you. So that's why the outside here works so well.
Looks like Donnie Moore got bumped up into the wall a little bit there in that corner. Harden's making quick moves, already up 2 spots up to 5th. Lowell Jewell up 1 spot into 8th. All pretty single file up front. Jason Menda holds the lead. You got Steve Hilbert second, Joe Segala third, and Tom Hilbert in 4th. Jeffrey Harden rounding out your top 5 and gaining quickly. See a little battle back here for 8th. That's Kurt Smith to the outside, Lowell Jewell to the inside. Right behind them, Todd Liston, Donnie Moore. And right behind them, Bruce Pearson and Trey Bloom. Just side by side by side. And there goes Jeffrey Harden making his move for 4th, getting underneath Thomas Hilbert and clearing quickly. He has just visions of that checkered flag. And here comes Kevin Nunn in the 64, following him right on through. Looks like Tom Hilbert's struggling a little bit with grip issues. He's drifting way up in the corners and losing a lot of momentum, allowing these guys to get right by. Further back, Donnie Moore is still struggling, stuck behind Kurt Smith and to the outside of a Bruce Pearson, and just can't move forward. Too much traffic blocking his way. And knowing Donnie, he definitely has the speed. He just has nowhere to go.
Yeah, it's got to be tough on Donnie right now because he's back there mired in that traffic, and he's second in the points. Meanwhile, the current points leader is up there in 4th right now, so he's got to get past a few cars there to keep them points close.
I didn't see if that was contact or what, but yeah, Kurt Smith went way up the track in turn 3 and 4, allowing Donnie to get by. Donnie might just got impatient. Here's Lowell Jewell making up another spot. That puts Lowell up into 6th, 3 places up from where he started. And Todd Liston tight on his bumper, following him through. See, Joe Segala is now under pressure from Jeffrey Harden, our current points leader, who is right on the bumper of Steve Hilbert. As Jason Menda, he probably saw some familiar names showing up in his mirror, and he has started to pull away a little bit.
Yeah, now that Donnie's got all this single file stuff back in place here, now he's hoping for some sort of caution that he can get caught back up to them points, or up to them leaders.
Yeah, well, Harden and Jewell actually both moved up 3 spots. Donnie fell back 2 in that shuffle in the start, so he's not in a great position right now. Oh, as I say that, looks like he's going to pass 2 cars in 1. Apparently, he heard me. And he does it. He passed Tom Hilbert. Now he's passing Pearson. That puts him back to his starting position of 8th. Jeffrey Harden is clearing around Segala right now, moving up into third, and no signs of slowing down with Kevin Nunn tucked in behind. And here comes Lowell Jewell, currently running in sixth. Segala's is caught in a bad way where he just cannot get to the preferred line. I know that outside line works, but not when you're the only car there. Further back in the field, you see more trouble for Tom Hilbert as he's just struggling with this loose car. The street stock is notoriously loose compared to most short track cars. And it looks like Tom just can't quite get his head wrapped around how loose this car can get. There goes Jewell getting under Segala, taking away 5th place. Still out front is Jason Menda, excuse me. But that gap is shrinking. Stephen Hilbert has actually started to reel him in. I don't know if maybe Menda has used up his stuff trying to get away, or if he's pacing himself waiting to see if Harden can get up to second.
Hilbert's been pretty impressive here lately. He's really caught on to something. I've noticed him getting faster each and every week, becoming really impressive.
Yeah, and as it says on the side of his car, the woodshed. You don't want to get brought out behind the woodshed, let me tell you. Jeffrey Harden is tight on Hilbert's bumper, pressuring, looking to the inside. And looks like he is going to get a nose to the inside here and try to take that second place away. Typically, Harden is the fastest car on track each week. But even with then, with how tight the competition is, that only equaled out to 1 win so far in the season. So you can be the fastest car and still not come out with a win.
Yeah, I think we're going to have a pretty good race here pretty soon. Once he catches up there to Menda up in the front, I think they're going to put on a pretty good show for the lead here.
Yeah, Menda was definitely paying attention because as Harden cleared around to second, Menda put his foot down and he is breaking away again. So he was definitely watching his relative to see where these familiar names are at.
We are past halfway at this point. This race is clicking off here quick.
Yeah, these street stocks, man, they just go by. Still got Lowell Jewell up 4 spots into 5th and still stuck in traffic. Working on Steve Hilbert right now with Todd Liston looking to get around him. Looks like Lowell is making his move. Further back, you got Trey Bloom battling with newcomer Brandon Litz. Directly ahead of them is Michael Polson. This is Michael and Brandon's first street stock race with the Bootleg Racing League, so welcome. And here goes Joe. Looks like Steve Hilbert is getting real loose as he drifts up in the corner, allowing Joe Segala and Donnie Moore to get to his inside. Joe completes the pass. Donnie makes the move. I think Hilbert might be in that position we were talking about at the beginning where your tires give out with 10 to go. Here comes Bruce Pearson and Kurt Smith battling door to door. A lot of good battles on this track tonight. Looks like Kurt is going to keep the position and pull away. Now you have Jewell, pressure and none. Now Jewell is currently 3rd in the points. 2 spots ahead of him is the points leader, and they're only separated by 3 points. And with Donnie back in 7th currently, and the points so tight, if they finish as they are, Jewell is going to move up to 2nd place. He's going to claim that spot. Jewell now moves up to 3rd directly behind Harden. You got Liston and Nunn battling behind him. Looks like Liston's got that spot. And the gap between Menda and Harden has been cut in half. Harden is slowly chipping away at him, but I don't know if there's enough race left for Harden to catch him and pass him. catching a car is one thing, but you also have to get around them, and that can take lap after lap, especially at a track like this where both lines are usable. At this point, I think it really comes down to how much tire each driver has, and can they hold off the other.
Yeah, I think you're right, Ryan. I think it's just going to come down to, we got, what do we got, about 5-6 laps to go here. So these guys, I guarantee, are burning off everything they do have left to try to gain those valuable spots, especially those 3 battling for the points there.
Yeah, if you have anything left in the tank, now is the time to use it. So I'm sure these guys are holding nothing back as they go after each other.
Looks like Harden has caught Menda pretty much there. They're about a car and a half length between, but I think he's just running out of time.
Yeah, I don't think there's enough race left for Harden to make anything happen here, but still a good points day. He's ahead of Jewel by 1 point. He's going to make 4 points on Donnie Moore, which put Donnie Moore back to 3rd. And I think at this stage of the season, this is round 8, so these guys are thinking points at this point. It's no longer about who wins what race. It's about points. All right, Barney the flagman put up the 2 fingers, 2 laps to go. Menda seems to have this one in the bag. It is his race to lose at this point. As he comes out of turn 4, he takes the white flag, still holding almost a half a second lead over Harden. It looks like Harden might just be conceding the battle and settling in to take 2nd place.
Well, at this point, I think that's the smart move. No reason to risk anything here. Coming to an end.
Yeah, coming around to take the checkered flag was Jason Menda. That would be his 2nd win of the season. We finally have a repeat winner. It only took us 8 rounds. Harden 3rd, Harden 2nd, Jewel 3rd, Liston 4th, Nunn 5th. That will round out your top 5. And now we were going to take a quick break, let timing and scoring catch up, and we will be right back with the race results. Don't go far. And we are back. And here are your race results. Jason Menda with Thunder Ridge Racing came home in 1st. Jeffrey Harden up 5 spots to take 2nd place and hold on to that very important points lead. Lowell Jewell up 6 spots to finish in 3rd and moving up into 2nd in the points. Todd Liston came in 4th. 5th was Kevin Nunn. 6th place, Donnie Moore, who drops back to 3rd in the points after finishing so far back tonight. Kurt Smith in 7th. Joe Segala in 8th. Stephen Hilbert in 9th, Bruce Pearson 10th. The newcomers, Brandon Litz 11th, Michael Paulson 12th. And then behind them was Tom Hilbert and Trey Bloom, rounding out your 14-car field. And with that, let's talk to our winner, Jason Menda. Matt, he's all yours.
Hey, Jason, Matt in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Hey, so looks like you kind of had a smooth race out front there today. Were you racing as hard as you could there? Were you just kind of saving tires for the 40 laps and just running your line, or what was your plan?
Well, I didn't even know I was going to be on the pole, so it was kind of a surprise. Yeah, once I took off on the turn one, I was just saving my tires in case there was a caution. And I saw Jeffrey Harden getting closer there towards the end, so I decided to take off so he wouldn't catch me.
Yeah, that was my next question. It was about Harden coming up behind you. I know he was he's racing for points, but I was just curious what your thought was with him coming, if you were waiting on him or not.
Oh yeah, I was keeping an eye on him, and he got too close for comfort, so I took off. Because I'm sure he used more tires coming up through the field than I was.
Well, you ran a good race today, Jason. Congratulations on your win. You got anybody you want to thank for today?
Yeah, thanks. First and foremost, appreciate y'all up in the booth. Y'all do a great job. Everybody at BRL, best league in town, and Thunder Ridge Racing Team.
Well, congratulations again, Jason, and we'll see you here again probably later on tonight.
Yes, sir.
All right, that was Jason Menda, and now we're going to move on to second place finisher Jeffrey Harden. Jeffrey, it's Ryan up in the booth. You got me?
Hey, Ryan, how's it going, man?
Hey, great race. You went up 5 positions from your start. Just didn't quite have enough in the tank to get around Menda in the end. Were your tires starting to give out, or did you just kind of concede the fact that there simply wasn't enough race left?
Yeah, I mean, I had enough there to make about 2 runs, and I made those runs, and Jason was just fast enough to stay in the way. So after that, I just kind of hung out like the last 5 laps.
All right, what was your basic strategy during the race? Because I know you didn't have a lot of traffic, but there was a fair amount of it ahead of you in the green, and you made it through there so much faster than Jewel or Moore were able to. So how did you pull that off? Did you have a certain strategy, or were you just taking whatever presented itself?
No, I sacrificed a chicken before the race to the iRacing gods to keep those guys behind me.
Yeah, you know, sometimes you got to do that. That's the best way to get through.
All
right.
Yeah, I need a little luck on my side.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. And, I mean, I'm guessing, what was your biggest obstacle now? I'm going to say traffic more than anything, but, I mean, how were tires? Were they a big concern for you?
No, tire wear is actually really, really good here. It's surprising. I guess the high banking, if you don't abuse them early, they seem to last pretty well.
Oh, awesome. Well, congratulations on your second place finish. Do you have anyone you'd like to thank tonight?
Oh, yeah, of course, I'd like to thank my wife for supporting me. And she wanted me to tell John that she can watch me from the couch because we have a little cutout in the room. It's almost the same room.
Oh, we'll pass the message. All right, great run tonight, Jeff.
All right, thanks, guys.
All right, that was Jeffrey Harden with Loose Lugs. He finished in second, and now we get to talk to the boss man, Lowell Jewell from Thunder Ridge Racing. Matt?
Mr. Jewell gained 6 spots tonight. Kind of a quiet race on the broadcast. You didn't show us a lot of excitement, but I'm sure you had your hands full with the race car tonight.
Yeah, Mr. Hoos. I just ran out of laps. I felt like I was catching them once I got into third, but I wasn't watching the times. I wish they'd have caught lap traffic a few laps earlier, or maybe raced each other a little bit, and I could have been up there, but it was fun still.
Yeah, you finished just behind Harden. I knew he had the points lead going in tonight. You were third. However, you are up on Donnie, so I believe that's going to move you into second for the points. You feeling confident about next week to maybe make up a few more points?
Yeah, I might be able to make a few more points. What I really need is a win.
Yeah, I know you've been chasing that, and that's what we're all looking for here. Do you think you could have did anything a little bit different tonight to try to gain a couple spots there to move your way forward?
No, that was all I had. I wasted some time trying to get around a couple guys, made themselves really wide. But, I think that's what slowed me down. But I'm I'm not, like I said, I'm not sure if I was gaining on them or not, but that's all I had.
Well, congratulations on the third place tonight, Lowell, and always fun to watch you.
Thank you, sir.
All right, and that was Lowell Jewell, the boss man, the league owner of Bootleg Racing League.
And my teammate.
And my teammate, too. And there you go. So, with that, let's bring tonight's broadcast to a close. If you like what you saw here tonight, you can catch us again in 2 weeks because we are off for Memorial Day weekend. So we will be back on June 3rd at 7:10 p.m. Eastern for round 9 of the Bootleg Racing League Street Stock Series from Hickory Motor Speedway. Everything you've seen and heard tonight was made possible by Skidder Creek Motorsports Group, home to the Bootleg Racing League, GT Racing League, Thunder Ridge Racing, and the Virtual Grip Network. For more information, visit them at skiddercreek.com. And this has been a production of the BRL TV, a broadcast service aimed at giving up-and-coming commentators such as myself and Matt Hoos a place to get their feet wet in the world of sim racing broadcasting. If you've ever wondered what it's like to if you've ever wondered if you have what it takes to commentate live races, there we go. This is your chance to get some experience with no pressure. Just show up and talk. If interested in getting in on the fun, visit us at bootlegracingleague.com to find out how. Now, from all of us here on the BRL TV crew, thank you for watching and have a great night.